Class 10, Week 3 for 6A. Good morning, kids. During this class, you are going to learn how to improve your writing skills. First, we will start saying that writing is a process. That it means that strong writers need to take 6 important steps to write something successful. So they are, in this case, they have time to think, to plan, to write, to reread, and write some more. Here, as you see in the graph, there are 6 important steps. The first one is brainstorm, then you have write, then revise, then write more, then edit, and publish. Let's start with the first one, brainstorm. What is brainstorm? Well, brainstorm is the vocabulary focused in the topic you are going to use in your writing. It can be about sports, books, food, free time, movies, music, toys, whichever topic that your mind comes to. And brainstorm is you think about ideas you want to write about and create a plan for your writing. And in this case, I remember that we had made a lot of brainstorms using my maps of words. Then we go to write. It is the time to start writing and is when you start expanding your ideas and develop your writing piece. In this moment, when you write your topics, it's important that you make different drafts. What's a draft? Is the way that you write something that is not corrected, that maybe has a lot of mistakes, or whatever you come to your mind. That's why you have to make 1 or 2 drafts before you really write what you really want or what you really want to transmit. The next step is revise. What is this step for? In this step, you make sure the content of your writing is exactly how you want. And you might need to add or move ideas around. When we check our work, as we had made a lot in our workbooks, first of all, you have to check if you are writing what you really want to transmit. In other cases, you have to check what you want to write, if the ideas is the ideas that you have at first, or whatever thing. So you have to make sure if the topic of your writing is really what you want. And in this moment also you can add ideas. If you have something I forgot and I want to write it, you add it, or you change the position of the elements that you want to mention in them. Then we have write more. What is that? After you revise, you might need to write more to make sure your writing is exactly how you want it for your readers. Remember that writing is an ability. This ability is, for some people, is very natural, but for others, we have to revise and we had to make a lot of writings. Previously, they are going to be read by your teacher, by your classmates, by someone who you want to transmit this information. So this is the moment that this step for me is very important because it's an opportunity to add, to correct anything that comes to your mind, since your writing must be understood and enjoyed by the reader. In the way you understand your own story and you feel satisfied or happy of it, the same way the reader will do. What is the next step? The next step is when we edit, and it means that right before you are ready to publish, you want to read over your writing with a careful eye. Check for any mechanical mistake. And what this means is when we criticize our own work, when we check any mistakes as spelling, verb forms, tenses, connectors, conjunctions, capital letters, small letters, and very important, punctuation, in the way that it looks better, in the way that is going to be understood. Remember that I have always told you that if you don't write capital letters for names, places, streets, whatever, it loses that important characteristic or something important that you are going to mention. Another important thing is the connectors. The connectors is the way that you join your ideas. You can use and, but, because, however, although, all these words that we have learned during the course, you are going to be able to use in this step, as well as the tenses, which are very important. If they are going to you are going to select your tense. What tense are you going to write? It is in present, in past, in future, is present continuous. It doesn't matter, but you have to focus in the related tenses in order that they can have a real context, that they can be understood, and it looks better the way that you're going to write. Then the moment comes when we publish. What is this? When you publish, you write your piece one final time and try to make it perfect. Publish means that, for example, in the school, you are going to write something in your workbooks or a writing with a specific topic, and previous you give it to your teacher and to be graded, you have to take your time to check everything, and maybe sometimes, as you have done, you can make a drawing, or you design something, or whatever thing that you want to add to your writing. This is exactly the moment in which you are going to do that. So if you follow each step when you are writing, you will have less problems to write. First, you are going to reduce your mistakes, and you will have more ability to express what and how you want. All the writings that we have made along the course, all the time you have to check them. So don't stay in only the first step, brainstorm, or not only write the first and I give it immediately. No, take your time to write. Write is something beautiful. In the way that some of you have abilities to write is the way that you are going to use this skill. Remember that in English language and in any other language, not also is speaking. In the way that we speak is the way that we are thinking, and I have told you several times. So you have to practice writing. Writing is one of the specific and important skill in this level. So that's why I'm insisting to practice. Every day you have to write something, whatever thing comes to your mind. And I'm going to focus in this moment that we have had many experiences, good or bad, or something new in our life, is a moment in which you can use this tool to express your feelings, the situations at home, the situations in the world, the beautiful things also that had happened around us, about animals around, the beautiful seas that are appear in the videos or in your cell phones. All these elements helps you to write something, and you can express your writing in this way. So I'm going to ask you that check the video twice, and as a practice, you are going to make any kind of writing following the 6 steps that you saw in this video. Especially, I would like that you focus in the feelings, in your sensations, in your emotions that you have lived along this month, that you haven't had the opportunity to see your friends, to see your family, to have any activity outside of home. So all this is a great opportunity to you that you can express with your feelings, with your ideas, and use writing as a very important tool. And in the Zoom classes, if you write something, you are going to share them with your classmates. And you will check that most of you maybe are going to share the same feelings, the same sensations, and the same activities that we have been done during all this time. So I wish you that these steps help you to improve your writing, and I hope to listen your writings in the class, in the Zoom class. So I wish you that you have liked this class and you use it in all your writing work. Thank you, and I'll see you next class. Bye bye.